Yo, what's up guys, welcome back. Next match, Cross-Banlist Caps. Last match here in Group A, and then we know we actually know the first two decks here in this particular group already because of the previous match. So both Holy Shadows and Quintilla Undead will move on to the top 16 playoffs, so this particular matchup doesn't really matter too much, but let's see who's, coming out, out of this match as a victor. So we have Spellbooks from 2013. Presumably one of the, well, I was about to say best formats ever, but again, a super nostalgic format, again, for a lot of people, I guess, Spellbooks and Dragon Rulers. It's going to take on another deck that is very similar to, like Time Age, time period, 1 year before that format, and that's Windup. So I think one of the first Windup decklist potential, that was possible for us TCG players back then, with stuff like Maxi still legal. Again, that was no problem. Well, no problem. Especially because of the Windup Handloop, people were super reliant on, stuff like hand traps, where if you would not draw like a Maxi or a Veiler, you would probably getting Handlooped against Windups. Unless they don't open really too well. So this is a super mediocre hand for Windups, and like for Spellbooks, this is okay. I think I have to take my chance. That could potentially be a bottomless. The prisons were, in the side deck if I'm not mistaken, so I think I can go for it with double power, right, with Master, get a couple of searches and on Yugioh. I think I have Mirror Force set as a big, defense card, I guess, if the opponent commits another monster to the field. Because again, Fate only protects, from one attack, one monster. Now, this is kind of cool, right? The fact that a Spellbook of Fate doesn't target, I can just, banish 2 and then put one monster on field face down. But again, the opponent is forced to use Rabbit before, before I pick my target. So I can potentially put Rabbit face down, unless, of course, it's banished. So this already should be my duel. It's just going to be like a small grind fest, but that's Spellbooks making sure that you can protect Yugioh on field with Fate. And is it Wisdom? The Forbidden Lens one, I think. And then, eventually get that field spell going as well. And again, like so much advantage. I think I have all my Spellbooks, all spells from the deck that are added to the hand. So this is, kind of like an easy game one. I mean, easy. It was just a solid start from Spellbooks over like a mediocre start from Windups, right? And that gores you in this situation. Nope, a couple of small beat sticks with those. Is it Star Hall? I believe it's Star Hall. Yep. Recurring with that. What is the spellbook called that gets a banished card back? At least the banished spellbook. Oof. Eternity? Is it Eternity? Again, it has been a while, so this is not enough attack for a game, but again, like Yugioh getting that attack boost from the Star Halls, again, this is more than enough. So okay, post side deck, game number 2, and to go second, and like this hand is again a nutty potentially going first hand. It's a nutty hand as well if I'm not getting hand looped, but the fact that like Windups does open okay-ish now, they can, discard 3 cards and sit on Veiler, and that's already very strong, potentially negating Blue Boy here on my side of the field. So, we know the hand loop, if the deck is not able to draw, Monster Reborn or Pot of Everest, they can't loop the entire hand. Ending on Zen mains, I guess is, I guess it's fine, it prevents, I guess, Spellbook of Power, but let's face it, like Spellbooks with only like 2 cards left, well, I mean, maybe there was like a, there was a Judgment in play as well. So that Veiler kind of saves Windups here in this situation. Imagine getting another search of Blue Boy. That would have gotten me Yugioh on field for more protection. Yeah, the game might have been different, but that's why the hand traps are there. So this feels like a losing battle. I needed to top deck another spellbook here instead of Warning, but that's not the case. Judgment would have been fine, but that again was not the case. So I need to go for my field spell and getting those Pot of Greed draws during well, at least one extra draw right during my next draw phases. So I think I need to Warning that summon of, what was it? Was it Giga Brilliance? I think so. So again, I have to stall it out, I think a little bit, getting Eternity, that's the name, right? Eternity from my deck to the hand, draw Fate. And the thing here is, and that's a good move, old school spellbook with, just wait on your opponent when they activate the field spell of getting another draw, and then you can destroy it with Mystical Space Typhoon or Dust Tornado or stuff like that. And that makes it so that the field spell will miss its timing, so you're not able to special summon, what is it, a spellcaster from the deck. It is what it is, so this is again a losing battle. Secrets, it's not enough here, but I don't think, you know, triple blue boy is gone, and, you know, Priestess is not going to help me out here. So okay, game number 3. I side-decked in a couple of floodgates. I remember Rivalry of Warlords being side-decked in, and this is definitely a solid start. Luckily no Veiler, because, you know, double Star Hall is not the best. They're kind of bricks early on. So again, 4 searches. I mean, if it wasn't for Spellbook of Judgment, right? Basically they're just an extra spell. The random Mystical Space Typhoon kind of pays off. I mean, it gets rid of, I guess, Fate. And this indeed forces out Wisdom to protect Yugioh from spells, so hopefully now there is no big monster. I mean, let's face it, you know, windups have multiple monsters that can break the barrier of, what is it, 1300 defense, but that's definitely not a solid, like, backbone board from windups to, you know, recover from this. So I can just do the same, go for Spellbook of Judgment, use a couple of spells, and I should be using Spellbook of Life to eventually reborn Yugioh, and that, I guess, should lock up the duel, making sure that I already have Fate on my, at least in my hand, to potentially protect the Yugioh, right? So there is, it hits the field, and this should be more than enough. Already have the field spell Star Hall for those big attack boosts. Not so sure how much. Oh, it's a big Yugioh, a big Daigusto Phoenix. I mean, Daigusto Phoenix will not get the attack boost, but, you know, it's basically a generic rank 2 exceed that gives you the spellcaster in graveyard for your field spell, right? So getting another draw Veiler, that's fantastic. So I can go all in, I guess. Am I not risking it? Not risking it, nope. Attacking over the face down, which was another rabbit, I think. Typhoon is not going to help out here in this situation. Doesn't really matter, right? Why was the Typhoon activated on one of the Star Halls? Did I miss? Oh, yeah, because of the attack boost. Ah, okay. Yeah, okay, makes sense. Alright. Okay, so game number 4, and again, like a very similar opening hand to the one before, with those Star Halls, Spellbook of Power, again, not the best, so I think the best card I can draw here is Blue Boy again, like Secrets, or maybe even Spellbook of Judgment for 2 searches, maybe? Probably just Blue Boy or Secrets, right? But again, getting Handlooped for, what is it, for 3? No, we see Monster Reborn, so for 4, I think. Yeah, Leviathan hits the field. It gives, you know, windups that big attack monster. It kind of makes it, you know, not vulnerable to Spellbook of Power, even though Power is in the graveyard. But again, the Windup Hunter in defense. So, okay, I still have a chance. So, Typhoon the back row, which indeed is a prison. But problem here is that, again, the spellbooks need a couple of spells. I mean, they need Judgment plus like 1 or 2 extra spells to capitalize on it. And nope, the power was already in the graveyard. So again, no way to capitalize on, you know, Spellbook of Judgment, power. So this is again a losing battle that is just going to take like a small amount of time. I think Hunter stays in attack, Zen mains in defense, that's respectable. And Solemn Warning is not going to cut it. So we're going into game number 5, kind of expected. So let's see, Spellbook is going first, and this opening hand, this could go very solid or very wrong. We know potential Heavy Storm is there, but I think I have to take the risk, right? I can't like set 1 or 2, get Typhooned and, you know, get Handlooped, even with potential Veiler. So I you know, take my chance, normal summon another Blue Boy. Sadly wasn't able to do this before, so again, I'm 1 turn behind. But still, there was no heavy, so I should be in a good position. I feel here at this point of the duel, the only way I can lose it is because of Heavy Storm. And speaking of Heavy Storm, there it is. So let's see how the duel goes. So draw book, again, that's okay-ish, but again, it doesn't really get me, you know, it's like somewhere with spellbooks. And on top of that, I missed again that beneficial draw. I'm sitting on Shining Elf, another Fate, again, not the best. So I'm not going to attack. We know the potential Snowman Eater, again there's, and you know, potential, what is it, there are a couple of windups that have like a bigger defense, so I don't see the point attacking with Elf into like Prison or something like that. So here at this point I do get stormed, and indeed was a Snowman Eater, I lose Elf, but I was like, okay, I do have I do have the Veiler for the Zen Mighty, but the Rabbit dodges that. Normally this is kind of fine, like no OTK. But the Shark in hand as well, and this might be enough. Shark, you know, getting off the wind-up Magician on field. That triggers another wind-up Magician, goes for Zen Mighty, and this should be more than enough to attack for game. So, like, from that opening hand, again, as I mentioned before, that could have been like a very solid broken opening hand with rivalry, etc. But again, my only losing card would have been Heavy Storm. And as you saw, it was indeed the heavy. And you know, that field spell for a couple of draws, it's like this hand, it wasn't the, you know, opening hand we saw before with Spellbook of Judgment and then a couple of spells. But it is what it is, did not really matter, right? So both decks sitting at 5 points. We have Holy Shadows going on first place and Quintilla Undead going on second place. So next matchup, we have a cool one. We have Sprite, so one of the more recent decks in this year's Cross-Banlist Cup. It's going to take on Necros, right? Ginlock for Necros. So again, feel free to leave your predictions. Which deck has this one? Okay, guys, that's it. Thanks for watching. Feel free to leave a comment or like if you enjoyed the video. Riddim signing out. Peace.